Hey guys, this is Yummy with Yummy Reviews, and today I'm going to be reviewing episode 2 of Mob Psycho 100. In today's episode, the plot didn't advance all that much. However, I feel like Mob got a lot of character development, which I think added on to a lot of my enjoyment of this episode. I could definitely relate to some of the ways he hides his emotions because I was similar in that way when I was younger. I kind of had that stone cold, stoic look, and sometimes I still do have that. It's just kind of my base personality. But it's kind of nice to see him try and explore that and expand that part of himself. You see it with the him going for student council president to try and ask out the hottest girl in school or trying to get her attention. He goes up there and he just freezes, and then you have that still frame of all the eyes in the crowd just looking at him. And they say that he literally didn't even say a word for the entire 5 minute speech. Just hilarious. I've definitely had experiences like that. When I was in college, I actually had to drink a beer or two before I get up and give a speech. So it's definitely something that I can relate to. So I thought it was hilarious. And then to find out that the girl that asked him out only did it on a dare was also kind of interesting because it kind of turns out that she is kind of like Mob, where she's kind of wearing a mask, not giving her true feelings, kind of following the crowd too. So I do like that. I think a lot of young kids can relate to that. Even adults too. People just have a hard time being themselves and kind of being honest and laying their feelings out there, putting their feelings on their sleeves. I think a lot of people can definitely relate to the struggle of not wearing a mask and just being traditionally, generally you, and being and having the possibility of rejection. So I definitely like that theme in this episode. And at the beginning, you also have it to where Reagan goes to he's doing his little scam artist exorcism, which actually turns out to be legitimate. And you get that skull that is taking control of all the plants and the veggies. So that was actually a pretty cool fight scene. I like the animation and the texture design on the character, the way it kind of flowed. And I also like the way Mob beat him because it wasn't just blast him away. It was take control of the vines kind of experience. He kind of thought about a different way of using his powers, which I think is a big growth in that. It's not just straightforward, not one punch man style, one punch and boom, blown up. He actually took control of the vines, and then later on, he actually was able to make them grow. Granted, they tasted bad. I'm talking about the tomatoes, but it's just kind of, I think that we've only seen a very small sliver of Mob's abilities. So yeah, I thought that was pretty good. Let's see here. I also thought it was funny when Reagan found out that Mob had a girlfriend. He's doing the exorcism in the car garage, and Reagan mentions, "What did you get a girlfriend?" Because he seems so cheerful, and then he runs out the door and slams his head off the wall. Shit's hilarious. I definitely laughed out loud at that. Mob Psycho. That's one thing that it's really good at is giving the comedic moments. Yeah, as far as the episode goes, like I say, the plot didn't get advanced too much. That'll definitely come. I think with shows like this, it's not so much the plot that's important; it's the character development, the characters surrounding. And then you even had the student council president mention that he had wronged students and accused them of things they didn't do. So you got character development there. His brother is kind of and the other student talked him into rerunning. So I think that was kind of facing something you did wrong and owning up to it and not running and hiding. I think that's another good theme. So yeah, I think this episode is pretty good. Not too much I can think about beyond that. Like I said, plot wasn't driven too much, so there's not really much to mention on that. But overall, really good episode. I'd say probably 4 out of 5, just because my enjoyment factor, as far as the themes that were presented. It wouldn't be a 5 out of 5 just because the plot was missing, and I felt like from the beginning to the end of the episode there wasn't really anything advanced in that point, which isn't necessarily bad, but I can't in good conscience give it a 5 out of 5 if there's a certain element lacking like that. So yeah, 4 out of 5. So I will be reviewing the next chapter or the next episode. Sorry. So subscribe if you're wanting to watch that next one. Like the video, hit the bell icon if you want to get notified when I upload my next video. And I will have many more videos to come. Mention down in the comments your favorite part of the episode if you'd like. Thanks for watching. Peace out.